Alright guys, so a fair bit of warning on this next one. There is a considerable amount of screen crunch going on. I sincerely apologize for that. Normally I try to be a bit more professional about these things. Essentially, this is my second attempt at recording this chapter, and I honestly don't want to have to wait another day just to put this up. Hopefully you can bear with me. Fortunately, for whatever reason, I ended up explaining everything in incredible detail, so you should still be able to follow along for this part, if that's your cup of tea. Again, I really apologize. The reason that happened is because I had set my recording software settings differently so as to capture SNES footage, but for whatever reason, this is the one time that I decided to actually save my defaults. Normally I have to go in, reset the microphone, reset the audio levels, all that kind of thing. But this one time, this one particular time, right when I decided to switch emulators, it decided, okay, now I will preserve the default settings. Now your aspect ratio is going to be all sorts of messed up. So again, I really do apologize for that, but this is the second time I've had to record this, and this chapter is honestly not that interesting, so I hope you don't mind too much. If you don't want to watch this part, I completely get it. But if you're going to stick around, then feel free to enjoy. Peace. Are we recording? I think we are. Oh, what's up, guys? It is 1 in the morning, and I have decided to record ourselves some Fire Emblem Binding Blade randomized hard mode playthrough. Oh boy, I am super tired, and this is probably the worst decision of my life, but we are going to go ahead and get ourselves some Fire Emblem action in for the day. Now, I do think that the setup that I have right here should be more than sufficient in order to teach these bad guys a lesson, so to speak. Perhaps we should bring Sophia in lieu of, let's see here. Let's bring her over, Roy. Let's go ahead and bring Sophia over our boy Roy. Now, unfortunately, because we are not going to be bringing Roy, that will not allow us to build the support with Lelena. But there's a very specific use for Sophia, and Sophia alone on this map. As you may have imagined, there is a Purge Tome user. Now, for those of you who are not aware, Purge Tome users are giant cocksuckers because they can hit you from across the map, and due to the fact that it only weighs 8, they have a whopping 15 attack speed to back them up. Now, while that might not be a problem for most of our units, we do have certain units on this map who will get blown back by somebody with a mere 15 attack speed, namely Knuckles the Echidna. Now, I'm not speaking from experience when I say this, it was just a simple observation that I had made during the preparations screen. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do on a map such as this is blow away these Cavaliers because they are nothing but a problem, nothing but a nuisance, and you don't really want to be dealing with them when you have better things to do with your time. To that end, we are going to have our girl Irene blow away one, and our boy Ray take on the other. And just like this, things are looking pretty good, I would say. Oh, the animations are on. That's a bit unfortunate. I am going to go ahead and take the liberty of turning off the animations for this narration. Now, the reason for that is I have actually already completed this map one time. Unfortunately, the dimensions of the video were off as I had been recording in a different program, or a different emulator earlier in that day. Specifically the Super Nintendo. So, unfortunately for myself, and for the rest of you beautiful people, my original take looked kind of like shit. And there's really just no two ways about that. So instead, we are here once more. It seems like almost sort of a waste, but what you will notice here is that now, because I've used the 4-blaze, I can actually attempt to get some experience on our boy Klein. Now, Klein, in case you were not aware, is utter dog shit. And that's exactly why. So we're going to have Ray clean up his mess, as he often does for most of our units. But that's no big deal, because now Saul is able to run forward and aptly handle this mage as soon as I remember to restock him on a more adequate weapon. The weapon of choice for this scenario shall be the killer bow. So we're going to go ahead and give him a new fresh killer bow, and now he is ready to wreck some face. Like so. Now, for those of you who are wondering why I brought Merlinus, the fact of the matter is there is a lot of waiting to do on this map. And because there is a lot of waiting, we can have Merlinus sell off some of the shit that I don't need. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing here. Let's see here. This guy is a bit of a bummer, so I think I shall stick Lilina here. And excuse me, Lilina. I'm sorry, the male sniper sprite kind of threw me off there. Now, does she double? I believe she should double this guy. She does double this guy, and that being the case, he's essentially doomed. Because for those of you who do not know, Lilina is a walking, talking nuclear warhead. So just like that, we are in a fairly solid position here for rounding out our turn 1 actions. All we really need to do at this point is close in with everybody else and wait for things to happen. Like so. Now, enemy phase number 1. Enemy phase number 1 is usually one of the bigger deciding factors in these Fire Emblem games. However, in this instance, it almost is completely irrelevant, as the only enemies that will be able to attack us on this turn will suicide themselves with relative ease. This guy is unfortunately a melee unit, so if you didn't know, archers are not well suited to tackle melee units, so we cannot obviously allow Luna to be attacked at one range. As such, we shall draw her back to the safe zone, so to speak. Now, because Klein took that hit there, we are going to want to heal him on up. Now, because Ray is a monster in every sense of the word, we are going to go ahead and send him on a little bit of a solo mission here. First things first, however, we need to barrier him up. The reason for that would be that on the opposing shore, there is an enemy bishop with a sleep staff. Now, for those of you who are not aware, the sleep staff allows you to put any opposing unit to sleep. We definitely want to avoid that on our man Ray here, so we're going to barrier him up so as to give him the best chance of evasion. And we're going to rescue him with Klein due to his massive movement range. So if I stand Klein right here over the ocean, he should be perfectly shielded from this guy with the barrier staff, or the sleep staff, excuse me, sorry. Now, although it may seem a bit precarious for our boy Ray, you have to remember that he is in fact Ray, the man of the hour, the man himself, the god among men, so he will be perfectly fine in taking on every opposing enemy unit that the game should decide to throw at him. As for the rest of our guys, we are going to slowly but surely make our way to the north, making sure to stay out of range of Ballista Fire. Now, for those of you who are not aware, Ballista Fire allows you to have anywhere from 3 to 10 range on your attacks, so you want to avoid that, particularly with people such as Dorothy who are flyers. And since Dorothy is actually made of wet tissue and papier-mâché, she will go down to literally the lightest of breezes, so we definitely want to avoid that. Now, everybody else kind of gathers up and hunches up around this little coastal region. Now, the reason for that is that God himself is going to come down from the heavens and part the sea for us so that we may cross. Thank you very much for that, sir. From this point on, it's all about the waiting game, so we're going to go ahead and hit up the shop with Merlin as he's got some shopping to do. And it's good times for all, good times for all. So this man is going to take a shot at Zeiss, but it doesn't really matter, because for those of you who are not aware, Zeiss is a fucking brick house. And as he stands on this house, he's not in any particular danger here. So what we're going to do is allow... Oh my god, I can't keep this up. We're going to let Irene heal up Zeiss to get her some more staff experience and regular experience as well. The reason for that being is she's really good, but she needs more speed, and the more chances we have to roll speed, the better. Let's see what else we can do here. I honestly can't believe I kept that up for that long. I honestly can't. I was driving myself insane. Is this, like, legal terrain? It is, so I'm going to go ahead and drop our boy Ray right here. We want to equip him with the halberd first, because if you were not aware, the halberd is super effective against horse-type units. Now, see the way we have done this, it leaves Klein in a position to be just outside of range of the sleep staff user. Now, should Ray get targeted right here, which he probably won't due to his increased resistance thanks to that of the barrier staff, should he be targeted, Klein is in the perfect position to swoop in and rescue him out of harm's way as we wait for the shoals to appear. Now, with Merlinus, we're going to head north, making sure to withdraw as many valuable items or useless items as we possibly can to free up inventory space, and to that end, let us dance for Merlinus, that is what I say. And just like that, Merlinus is able to make his first trip to the armory. Now, this armory has some fairly good items available for purchase, some might say. Between the killer axe and the killer lance, we are in for a field day, maybe even a killer bow or two for our man Saul. Now, unfortunately, we don't have any use for the hero crest, nor the silver sword, nor this knight's crest, nor this other hero's crest. And that is a bit of a bummer, but as it would turn out, the randomizer hates my guts and will not allow me to have any fun units. So to that end, we just simply sell the unneeded promotion items and be on our merry way. Time for another round of rousing sales. Let's see what we got today. Probably don't need those broken ass weapons, but before we do that, let's make sure to sell our more valuable assets, so to speak. We don't really need lockpicks because I was fortunately clairvoyant enough to stock up on a shit ton of door keys and chest keys early on in the game. As such, the lockpicks are fairly useless to us. Now, this guy is getting a little bit close for comfort. Whoa there, buddy, slow down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, although Lilina is a god among men, among women, she's not capable of retaliating at close range, as we have stated previously. So to that end, I think we will allow our man Saul to step up to the plate. Now, for those of you who are not aware, Saul is the fucking man. Basically better than Nime in every conceivable way, although Nime herself is an adorable grandmother of about 2 or 3. I cannot honestly remember at this point in my life. It is way too late in the evening for me to be doing this. What is wrong with me? So, everything accomplished that needs to be, we are simply good to wait it out, so to speak, making sure that, once again, we are depleting this ballista of his shots as time goes on. Now, who's up to the plate for this one? I think it's going to be Alan, mostly because I hate his stupid fucking face. That being the case, there's really nothing else to do this turn, so we're gonna go ahead and end it and watch the whole world burn as they suicide into Ray. Now, suicide is never the option, but the enemy doesn't seem to understand that. So, they're gonna ignore my words entirely, choose to attack him in one range, and suffer the consequences. Here it is, the man of the hour, Ray himself, showing us why every single title thus far has had some variation of his name. Except for Chapter 7. Chapter 7 can suck a dick, that's what I say. Now, because Ray actually has a fairly decent resistance score on this turn... Oh, never mind, way to make me eat my words, game. Thank you very much. Fortunately, the Paladin has been defeated, allowing us very easy access to clearing the map within a reasonable amount of time. Unfortunately, we do catch a sleep staff to the face, so we are going to have to retreat. That is right, even Ray must retreat under certain circumstances. It's a bit of a bummer, but that is reality. You can't win them all, unless your name is Ray. Although I've totally contradicted myself at this point, it doesn't really matter, because you're still watching the video. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Restore Staff. This is the whole reason we brought Knuckles along for the day, so that I may have 2 users of the Restore Staff, not 1, but 2. For those of you who are not aware, the Restore Staff allows you to clear any status that you have been afflicted with throughout the battle, and that includes such wonderful status such as poison, such as sleep, and the best of all, berserk. Berserk is a great status, but that's neither here nor there, I think. So in that case, we are going to continue upon our selling spree. Oh, there's another blue gem there, I wouldn't want to forget that, and let's continue to sell some lockpicks as well. Now, if I were a good player, I would have had him on position to sell the goddamn... I'm so bad at this game. I would have had him in position to sell his inventory on the same turn that he was able to refresh it, but since I am not, we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. And just like that, we have nearly doubled our supply of money in merely 1 chapter, and that's a very impressive feat to say the least. It has just occurred to me that I have not yet hit this village, so it may be in my best interest to do so before turn 6 rolls around. We still have quite a bit of time to do that. Now, you may be wondering, why doesn't he hit the arena? The reason for that is because enemies in this game, if you were not aware, are in fact on crack thanks to the fact that I buffed their growth rates so significantly. Let's see what else we have to do here. Oh, yes, of course, more lockpicks, more lockpicks, more lockpicks for everybody. And we can continue to sell the useless items such as these broken axes and vulneraries for as much chip gold as we could possibly get. And as such, Merlinus has proven himself as to be a very useful asset indeed. From here on out, I think it's very clear that we should heal ourselves up and essentially form in for a charge. That's right, we're gonna charge the fort and take it over in hopefully 1 turn. Now the problem with that is that the boss gains an absurd 20 evasion from standing on the gate. Now for those of you who are not aware, gates in Fire Emblem 6 are total bullshit. They completely negate weapon triangle and then some all on their own, so regardless of the fact that I'm going to be attacking a lance user with an axe, my hit rate's going to be about 50 goddamn %, because this is a well-designed game, you see. Fortunately for me, however, our boy Ray is himself, so we should be good to go on that front. Now I can't quite tell, I should be able to stand there with a bard, yes, amazing! And just like that, we're able to push the front lines once more with Ray, drop him back on opposing shores, and this time, I do believe Klein should be in range of the sleep staff. Now that may seem like a silly thing to do, however you're completely correct, and I have fucked up. I've completely screwed the pooch, so to speak. We can recover. At this point, I honestly just want to be done with the map. I don't like having to replay maps, especially ones that I don't lose. But it's on me. I should have known to reset my dimensions after recording an entire episode in SNES 9X or whatever. But that's what I get. So this purge asshole is coming dangerously close to our front lines. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, I really hate his guts because in our previous attempt, he managed to snipe our girl Echidna, and that's no good. What I can do, however, is throw Sophia into the mix, baiting him to use his precious purge uses on somebody with a massive 25 resistance. At the end of the day, he's not going to be dealing any damage whatsoever because I, fortunately for me, have several healers waiting in the wings. Now, that being the case, it may seem more intelligent to continue waiting because this map design kind of sucks. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's continue waiting. Sounds like a good plan to me, and then from there we can charge forward right into enemy lines. Now, on second thought, this Ballistaman is completely useless, and I should have most certainly equipped Graight with a hand axe. Why didn't I do that? Oh, I'm so bad. Whatever, end the turn, end the turn. I've had enough of you. So here comes the enemy Magi. Now, for those of you who are not aware, Magi will target your resistance stat as opposed to the defensive stats that most attacks will target. Now, right there, he targets my resistance not once but twice in the same turn because he double attacks. For those of you who aren't aware, no, I can't even go that far. I can't even go that far. And there it is, just like that, land appears out of seemingly nothing. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, nothing means that. No, okay, I'm so sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me. I get dumb when I'm tired, apparently. You learn something new about yourself every day. It's always important to make every day a learning experience. Make sure that you come out better than you were yesterday. Gosh darn it. Let me get a kill here. There's gotta be one of these assholes I can take. No, not a single one. Oh, Klein, you're so bad. So bad. Yeah, that's a bummer. That's a bummer right there. I think Saul should be good. Saul should be good in this instance. Yes, there we go. He's gonna crit him, so it's like, even if I crit though, that won't be enough. And right there, our boy Saul really disappoints me. Unfortunately for me, I'm not able to do much in the way of smiting this asshole right here. I could, however, go in for the Klein time special. I think it's Klein time. And just like that, he's left on a meager 6 hit points. Oh, fantastic. So I need to really skirt this guy, though. Oh, shoot, I don't think I can. I think I'm still within range. That's a bummer. Yeah, I am, but I can rescue him, I guess. So I'll heal Sophia. And then rescue Alan out of the way. So Merlos is going to continue about his way, continue to sell as many things as he possibly can. Unfortunately, from this point on, he will not be able to rely on dancers to maximize the rate at which this process takes place. So we can go ahead and sell a Flux Tome, because I don't know what the flux I was thinking that Fear might actually be usable, but she is not, unfortunately, for myself. We can go ahead and huck some of these Silver Lances, or these Slim Lances as well. Excuse me, Silver Lances, no, those are quite useful. So we're going to go ahead and hit the armory one last time, now with Silver Card in tow, allowing us to purchase some of the necessary goods. That being the case, let's just go ahead and purchase 1 Killer Lance, because Klein is not that great, let's be honest, and about 3 Killer Axes. Now, if you weren't aware, the killer weapons allow you to score critical hits more easily on all kinds of foes. Particularly in the Axe's case, lance-wielding foes. Now, we shall be running into quite a considerable amount of lance-using foes as the game progresses, but as for right now, both the Killer Axes and the Killer Lance will be of utmost importance to our success. Now from here on in, oh, I have totally fucked up once more. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I'm really bad. Can I recover? Yeah? Okay, good. False alarm. False alarm. False alarm. False alarm. So, by the simple act of dancing for Nime once more, we can free up the space to utilize the technique known as the Bard's Train. Now, for those of you who are not aware, the Bard's Train is complete bullshit because it allows you to move any 2 units of your choosing to any location on the map in an instant, in a single turn, some might say. Now, the reason that is so incredibly overpowered is because Honestly, use your brain. Do I even have to explain that one? I shouldn't. Especially not if you made it this far in the video. You can still stand this whole gimmick that I'm doing. Ugh. Yep. I don't know why I have so many difficulties with my recording, but it's just like, I always forget something. I always forget to check the microphone, which, by the way, if I've done here, I'll be unhappy, to say the least. So hopefully that's not the case. I think if I do like this, and then have Ray... Yeah, this is perfectly fine. I needed to have both of them outside range of the ballista, because although they're tanky enough to take any one hit from a Cavalier, they're probably not tanky enough to take both the Cavalier and the Ballista. That is my logic right there. For those of you who are unaware, when your hit points total reaches the number 0, your unit is permanently deceased and will no longer be available for combat. That is my professional tip of the day for you. Now, with Graight, I think it's probably safe to have her start moving forward. Keeping in mind that I must here rescue Alan because he is in perfect position to be sniped by this purge asshole. Now, the reason that is consequential is because we want him to run out of purges 2 uses at a time. The only way to make that happen is to have him target our girl, Sophia. Now, for those of you who are not aware, Sophia is total dog shit in the vanilla version of the game. But here in the randomizer, she is completely saved by the fact that she got a completely and totally glitched out randomized, not randomized, but resistance score. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. I can't do this. I can't continue this. I can't continue this. Basically, we want him to attack twice because Sophia basically wastes his purge, and the sooner that happens, the better. That mage is not even an issue because he's not capable of damaging Sophia under any circumstance. He has 25 attack, she has 25 resistance. 25 minus 25 is 0. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, what turn is it? Because it's very important that I get to these forts before turn 8 enemy phase. And that's not even a joke. I actually have to do that because they're going to start spawning reinforcements at about such a time, and as it would turn out, I'm not really prepared to go toe-to-toe for these guys, toe-to-toe with these guys for a very long time, rather. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to bring Roy this time. And the big reason that that's consequential is because the Lelena's hit rates are not great, and the extra 5% accuracy makes a huge difference in a lot of scenarios. You wouldn't think so, but it does, trust. And... well, honestly, I don't see why I can't start attacking this guy, right? Yeah, look at that. Sophia the house! This guy should be done. No, he didn't blow his load yet. Unfortunate. No, that's bad. That's really bad. Can he actually kill Sophia? 27 minus 18 is a lot times 2. I don't even remember what I said. 27 minus how much? So he deals 18 plus another 7. So he's actually invulnerable. This should be his last shot. Excuse me. This should be his last shot as well. If I've done my math correctly. Is that still within range? It might be, and I don't want that because then Echidna will die, and that would be bad. We don't want Echidna to die. She's alright. She's my second best staff user for what it's worth. So we can kind of proceed with the rest of our guys in a pretty boring fashion, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. There's really nothing going on here. How far can... she can't refresh very far. Move like there. Basically, I want to have Ray go apeshit, as he usually does. Now, if I can kill a boss somehow before the end of turn 8, that would be fantastic. It's not impossible to do. It's really unlikely for me to do it, but I can do it technically because I'll double him, and if I hit both hits with the halberd, he'll die. It's just really not likely. It's really just not likely at all. You already know I'm going to bar drain here, so there's really no reason to commentate that. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to move Ray as far forward as possible. In fact, if I can do this with Klein, which I can, but he gets blown all the way back if I miss. Let's take a safety shot with Saul. Saul is so good. Saul is so good. Can I lure the bishop? Probably not. I don't think he moves. I don't think the bishop moves. I guess we're going to find out today, right here, right now. Go ahead, dance for Ray. Put him on the fort and equip him with the silver axe. The reason for that being is that it's the most effective weapon I have in dealing with this armor knight, as he should, in theory, decide to move and attack me here. Everybody else push forward as hard as they possibly can. And with that said, with that little tidbit of information out of the way, we're going to just about be ready to end our turn here any minute now, as soon as I can actually move Dorothy. Jeez. Go ahead and heal up Knuckles. She did good. Ballista Bait is all I really needed on this one. Ballista Bait and Purge Bait as well, which is exactly why I brought Sophia. Really would have liked to see speed there, Graight. Really would have liked to see speed. Now, for those of you who are not aware, no, I'm done with that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I did that in the first place. I don't know what the hell came over me. I have some sort of mental deficiency, I think. Okay. As I thought. Is that a... Oh, not quite. But that's okay, because really nobody else was going to be able to do it. It was really unlikely at the very least. Now... Oh, he doesn't double. Right, because he was on his last shot, duh. I can't believe I didn't factor that into the equation. I swear it's 1 in the morning, guys. Actually, it's like 2 in the morning now. Can I still smite this guy? Lightbrand might be the way to go, in all honesty. Lightbrand plus Klein time. But then I run the risk of not doing the thing. Oh, he has a Fimbulvire. Whoa, calm down, sir. No, thank you. Enough of that. I wish Heavy Spears were a thing in this game, but they would probably have about 10 might. Or, well, 10 accuracy, so it wouldn't really matter. I can just simply dance for Ray. Push comes to shove. I think I might be able to do that. How much resistance does he have? He still has 16 to work with, so 14... that's really iffy. That's really not ideal. Truthfully, somebody else should probably do it. How much does the spear deal? Deals, ooh, 22. Ooh, that's nice and meaty. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I should have given it to Klein. What am I smoking? Klein was the one you need to experience here. Most certainly. Nothing I can do about that. No takesies, backsies, unfortunately. The fort is not blocked right now, which is not ideal. I could honestly just go for it. I don't double him this time? Oh god, this is gonna take forever. This is gonna take forever. What about the Silver Axe? Would that... Probably not. Oh god, this is atrocious. Absolutely disgusting. I'm just gonna play it safe and take a turn. Honestly, I'm just gonna... Fuck. You're kidding? You cannot be serious. You can't be serious right now. You cannot be serious right now. Okay, what about here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 18 resistance, though. Ugh. How much? He has 13 life. I want to bolting him, essentially. I don't really want to do this, but I'm going to. Because I got dicked by the game. Oh, this game just refuses to let me have any kind of fun. So let's do that. I'm kind of all in now. I was going to say, wait, do I really need to do this? But I think now I have to, so... Well, that certainly happened. A better move would have been to do this in the first place. Dance for friggin' Saul. Have him shoot with a longbow from a distance. And then, since this guy doesn't move, I'll be okay. And since... Yeah. I don't know why I didn't do that. Well, I do know why I didn't do that. It's because I'm dog shit at this game. But here we are. So, let's go ahead and dance for Saul. Who can then shoot this mage twice. I only need one, though. There we go. And then, since knights are really bad, he won't be able to reach. Unfortunately, now I've completely fucked up because I have nobody on any of the forts. The only saving grace, and I mean this very lightly, the only saving grace here is that because that archer is standing on a fort right now, nothing will spawn there. And I do think that an archer spawns from that one. I honestly can't remember. I am so goddamn tired right now. This was the worst decision of my life. You know it's late when I say, hey, there's going to be reinforcements this turn, make sure to block the forts, and then proceed to do just the opposite. So Sophia's going to kill this guy eventually, and that's pretty funny. Yep, there they are. And yeah, why wouldn't I get hit? Fortunately, he falls right into my trap of attacking his ice, which was, of course, the plan all along. This guy struggles to do much of anything, really. Okay, Ray dodges. Sick dodge, bro. Nice, 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 nice. This is the part where the bishop suddenly moves, right? Phew. Okay, so this turn, we're totally fine. Yeah, this turn, we're totally fine. Because they've undone themselves. They've allowed me to get into position. I green. If he crits me and I don't crit him. Okay, there we go. Now. Yeah, but if I stand in the fort, I won't be able to dance my way through. I hate this game. This game is so bad. Ugh. I mean, I have to put somebody on the fort, otherwise I lose. I don't lose necessarily, but it becomes a lot harder. What about Nime? Can I hit 2? Can I hit 1? I mean, shoot, man. This is such a bummer. Iron Bow, so I don't miss. There we go. What about this guy? Who am I gonna kill with? I really don't have very many options. That's the biggest thing here. I don't have a lot of options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I can heal Ray with that green. And that's probably to my benefit. So let's do that. Let's do that. And then I don't know what comes after. I think I could dance for Saul. Saul should be able to take that guy on pretty comfortably. I really don't want to risk that. But I'm going to. I'm going to. Oh, I really can't. Oh, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. I'm so very bad. Oh, jeez. I can't allow somebody else to spawn there again. That's obviously a huge issue, and that's sort of why I'm hesitating. I really need to kill this guy, and I need to also get somebody on the fort. So, can Nime one-round him with Brayba? 29 minus 11. Hell no. Can't be done. But maybe if I follow that up with a lucky spear. I mean, that's really the only way is if I get lucky, right? That's the only way. I just have to get lucky. Yeah, I don't know why I played this one so fast and hard. Alternatively, a much better move would be to try and kill this guy with Klein. I missed so many 70s so far. Oh my god. I actually don't even know what to say. I never expected that in a million years. So... Oh, and also I've just noticed I could have done this all along. Oh my gosh. Talk about embarrassing, jeez. So now I can throw Saul into a position of power. Throw him on here. Hopefully don't get crit at 37% hit and 3% critical. Nice, there we go. Unfortunately, I still can't go at the boss, but I can at the very least block the forts, which is just as well, honestly. Everybody else moves in. Sophia still does her thing, I guess. She's unkillable at the very least. Although I only have 28% chance to hit. I should probably move off the house, huh? That might expedite the process a little bit. Oh boy, these Pegasus Knights are actually not a problem at all. Not whatsoever. And I will show you why. Ouch. Okay, so that actually puts a bit of a damper on my parade because I was going to have Klein start killing them because he does fairly well, considering they have steel lances, which are heavy as all get out. Let's see. Well, here's the... I'm just going to have Ray go at this boss over and over and over again. And the fact of the matter is, eventually I'm going to come out on top. It's going to be a long while because God forbid anything be simple in this game. But I'm going to win. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry one bit. I don't know why I assume you... Look how slow they are, by the way. They're so weighed down by the steel lances that I can double them with bolting. You will only see this in Fire Emblem 6, folks. It'll never happen in any other game. I digress. There's really no point to subject you to this because it's going to be like a murder. It's essentially going to be a slaughter. So we're going to go ahead and use the Iron Sword, or the Iron Lance, I guess. God! You're kidding. Just for the record, the chances of that are basically 0, so I'm kind of upset. By kind of upset, I mean fucking livid that that even happened. But we can recover, we can recover. Defense of all things, well, that's a very strange level up to say the least, but it's not something I would have preferred if I'm being completely honest with you. Big thing here is, no. Saul can double, Saul can double. With the longbow, I mean. But Nime cannot hit the goddamn fort, so it's like, it's a moot point. Bummer. I gotta dance for Nime. And I just gotta let this Pegasus Knight do whatever he wants, because fucking Klein missed 2 78s. It's a bummer. I actually don't think I can make this work now. Yeah, I have to dance for Saul, and then I have to wait again. This boss sucks. Can't you be like Saul, Klein? Jeez, he gets it. How far can she make it? I can make this work. I can make this work. Basically, I just don't want this to take forever. And if I do like this, it won't. Fortunately, that's just out of range of these guys, so I'm not really in any danger, and I can throw Lilina on the fort next turn if I need to. She can attack as well. I don't think she'll need to, but it's an option. It's an option. So I'm going to move her like there so that he's not standing from the house, and then I'm just going to continue to do this until I win, essentially. 2 more Peggy spawn and annoy me. There we go, 1 hit. I'm just going to go all in this turn, honestly. I'm just going to go all in. If I lose, well, I had it coming. So here's 1. There we go. Chapter over. I am a noble of Etruria, he says. Yeah, that's what they all say. Now give me your experience. Give me your level up. And kindly fuck right off. We're done here. Okay, so now we have actually completed Chapter 17, making doubly sure that the dimensions were correct this time. And with that, we're done for the day. So if you enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like, comment, do whatever you want to do. Anyways, guys, till next time, hope you have a good one out there. Peace.